Hello and welcome back to our coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational here on 2K Sports. We're picking up on the first hole. Let's get going. And let's see what he can do here today. We'll take us through the approach shot. It's not easy to run the ball onto the green.
It's not. Your approach shot has to come in high and soft with a lot of spin, as there's just not much depth to this green. Not much movement either, fairly flat, although there is a ridge that bisects this green in two. You want to make sure that you're on the correct side of that ridge to have a good opportunity to make the putt.
On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
He's in a share of 12th place. The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. That'll sting a bit.
That will drive you bats.
So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
Very crafty, that shot.
Love watching this player around the greens.
The first of the par 5s, Rich, the fourth hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side. That shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Rich, I love being back at Bay Hill every time because you get to honour the absolute legend of our game, the King, Arnold Palmer. There's just an air of something extra special this week, isn't there?
When you step on the property here at Bay Hill, you know you're in the presence of something special. Arnold Palmer's legacy was really built here, wasn't it? Granted, he absolutely brought everything he had to the PGA Tour, but when you come to Bay Hill and you have all the monuments, especially the statue right there, sort of right behind number 1 and number 10 tee boxes, you just get a chill down your spine like, man, this is some kind of awesome place. I cannot wait to tee it up here. And saying that, Mr. Palmer did not leave a golf course. That's very easy for these players. But listen, they come back here every year knowing that they need and they want to honor the gentleman who helped form the legacy of the PGA Tour, and that's why they're out here playing for all the money.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Setting up this putt 24 feet from the cup. This is their look at birdie.
And he holds it. What a putt. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Setting up in the first cut.
That one's headed right and staying right.
Well, it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich, but it didn't quite work out for them.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
Okay, safely on the surface, a chance for a putt to be holed here. And this putt to move into second spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. That was a gallant attempt. A par putt awaits. Just 2 shots back after that hole. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
Yep, tracking nicely.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left. Well, that's well played into birdie range here at the 8th.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
That's inside the range, and that will take him to 2 under. And stepping up the standings after that effort. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
All these are bonuses. This putt's from about 18 feet.
This for a birdie run.
That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
As we step into the second 9 here, Rich, and the short par 4 10th.
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated.
Quality shot, that one. A chance to move deeper under the card. This putt's for 4 under. Okay, steady now. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 3rd, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Time for the second shot at the 11th. Going with the pitching wedge here. And he's safely on the green. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt. Oh, that's frustrating. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Penny, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Oh, it's not often you come up against Tiger, but he's really proving himself out there today.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
They've chosen to club down on this one.
Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. Putting for birdie.
Starting to look really good.
And that's a long-range bomb. And rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Setting up miles from the hole.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Ooh. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, your dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
This putt for par here. That's well holed. Now leading by 1 shot. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
No, that's too bad. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
This would be a great up and down. How close was that to going down? And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Well struck. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Oh, just missed that one. The putt drops, and this player is finished for the day. And Rich, as this round comes to an end, this player is just barely leading the field, but absolutely loving the action this week.
No doubt, Luke. And even with the very slender lead going into tomorrow's round, Luke, I'm interested to see how well this player sleeps tonight.
Well, that just about concludes. UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this second round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam, and this player starts their round in the lead. How should they approach today?
Well, they've got the lead, and there is a significant chasing pack. So they can't get too wrapped up in what's going on behind them. They've got to kind of keep their nose out front. They got to keep pushing along and play the golf course. Don't think about who's chasing you down. Just think about playing the golf course. But if you do find themselves falling back a little bit, then they need to go ahead and start making a little bit different push, maybe come up with a different game plan. But right now, out in front, they just kind of have to play the golf course right now and keep that in their sights.
Well, it's time for the preamble to be set aside. Let's get into the action. That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that. Time for the second shot into the first. Well, safer than the surface. Maybe it's time to hold a long-range bomb.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead.
Trying to make a statement early and often.
And now that finds him in first place. Time to tee off at the second. Looks to be going with the 4-iron.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke. Looking great now.
Wow, they certainly got out of the right side of bed today.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
Here we are at the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. always frustrated by missing a green.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Hey, that's a chance. Nicely holed and for par.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
Currently 8 under overall. Let's see what happens here on the 4th.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side. That shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
That swing didn't deserve a good reward. This should head into the rough. Getting ready to play their 3rd. Currently leading by 3. A birdie putt awaits.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
You'll take the tap in for par any day. Let's see what happens here at the 5th. Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway.
Luke, unfortunately, that got a horrible kick. Ended up in the rough.
Sitting at 8 under. Currently in the lead. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Hang on, this looks pretty handy. That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one.
Oh, that settles the nerves right there. Great stuff.
I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Already in the lead, looking to extend that.
Oh, come on, you're better than that. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
It's not on the fairway, but it's not bad. It's a good lie in the first cut.
It's heading to the rough for mine. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
Now this is important. This for par.
That's 9 under par for the event. Teeing off here at the 7th.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Oh, so close. Finishing this hole with a tap-in putt. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here. All right, we're going with an extra club here.
Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. Always nice to have a birdie putt. You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. We've reached the 9th hole. Time to tee off. Well, this should be unpredictable. That's a heavy lie this player has drawn. Getting ready to play their 3rd.
They've chosen to club down here.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
This is the transition point of the round, making the turn, heading for home. How do you rate this player's performance so far?
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival, but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
Second shot here at the 10th. Trying to get to 11 under with this putt.
This is on a stupendous line.
Yes, they've made it. Now 4 shots up after that hole. And he's down there.
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Come on, get a good bounce to the left. Yeah, that was a safe play. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Just didn't drop. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Yeah, nicely holed. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard. After that, let's head to the 12th hole. Where did that come from? That's not his style. And here we are with the third shot. Now a 3-shot lead over the field. Not bad. This putt coming up is for birdie.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
And that's the kind of fighting spirit that keeps a good round going.
That a way to grind it out in the bunker, but up and down for the birdie. Nicely done.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. They say the 13th is an unlucky number, but I don't see it for you. The tee is yours. Well, Rich, that's a shot they'd like to have back again for sure. Well, Rich, in the thick stuff here, not a good spot to be. Getting ready to play their third. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Not the result they were after there. And from the bunker here. Well, that's a beautiful bunker shot there. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. Let's see what happens here at the 14th.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Oh, dear. Can he get out of here?
He's going to need a digging truck, maybe? I don't think a sand wedge is good enough to get this out.
That is a delightful bunker shot, Beamer. He sits in first position. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
And with that putt, he's bounced back immediately from his previous drop shot. Leading by 3 strokes now. Let's see what happens here at the 16th.
That's really not what they were looking for.
Going with the pitching wedge here. And here we are with the third shot. Currently leading by 3. We need this one to bounce right. He's found the surface. Good chance here. Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays.
2 in a row there, Luke. Getting their groove on.
Teeing off here on the 17th hole.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find, as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Well played, mate. And taking aim from around 100 yards here. Now a 3-shot lead over the field. Nice shot that. That should find the surface. Lining up the birdie putt here. Oh, just missed. And that will do it for this player today. And Rich, I could see you on the edge of your seat all day. It really was one of those cliffhanger performances. This player has a slender lead.
Absolutely, Luke. You always want to have the biggest lead possible, but I gotta say, 1 stroke is better than none.
On behalf of myself, UK Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this 3rd round action. It's a pivotal day coming up for this player on the team. I'm Luke Elvey. Great to have Rich Beam alongside me. And Rich, what do you think of their chances?
Well, with such a small lead, Luke, I think that they need to produce something solid. Small leads are no fun. I mean, you're out in the lead and you're excited about that, but it can be lost so quickly if they're not careful. One bad decision could wreck it for them.
Big day coming up. Can't wait to see how it unfolds, Rich. This should be an absolute beauty. Sitting at -13 for the tournament. Here we are at the 2nd tee.
Good birdie on the last. What's in store now?
Going with the 4-iron here. A wonderful shot, a chance for birdie here at the 2nd. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
He's currently sitting in 1st place. Let's see what happens here at the 3rd hole.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number 1. Water down the left-hand side you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
That was a gallant attempt. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. Currently 14 under for the event. Here we are at the 4th hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the 2nd shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Two big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
This one looking really good.
And the extremely long putt will drop. Well done.
Setting the tone early in this round.
We've arrived at a par 4 hole.
Trying to calm himself down after that eagle last. Nicely done.
Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. Second shot here on the 5th. This is an opportunity now to move to 17 under par.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up here from about 200 yards.
Opting for the 4-iron here. Well, that should find the bunker. Not ideal to find the fairway bunker, but a chance to make amends. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 26 feet from the cup.
It was on a good line. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. This hole is a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
They're in the bunker, looking for an up and down here. Oh, that one just missed the hole. Well, what about that, Rich? A great display of resilience.
Good par save there from the greenside bunker. Job well done.
Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Needs this to kick a bit left. Setting up here with a very long putt. Okay, steady now. An opportunity to make a par here. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Teeing off now on the 9th hole. Beautiful swing there. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yeah, he's looking at maybe a little over 130 to the pin. Wow, did this come out beautifully? Yeah, that was great wind management there.
A 7-footer right here. Wonderful shot. Leading by 4 strokes after that one. Well, let's get stuck into the 10th hole, shall we?
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it, though. Let's see. This player showing zero signs of any nerves as they play against their rival and playing partner, Tiger Woods. What a fantastic approach.
Still in the lead now after that hole. We have a par 4 on this one.
Stonking drive there.
Around 110 yards to go.
Oh, I guess they're seeing something I'm not. They're going with less club here. Interesting.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
This one will run uphill.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. Our current leader is up by a whopping 7 shots now. Teeing off here on the 12th hole. Well, this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it? Getting ready to play their third. Got to admire that talent. Just green after green in regulation.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens in regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here on the 13th hole, shall we? Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
Well, that's well judged. Hole high, right inside the range.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Now, 8 shots in front. Ooh, I always love these holes. Here we have a par 3.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. Time to hit a good one here at the 15th.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Nicely done.
An opportunity for a birdie here. Ouch, that hurts. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Stepping up to the 16th tee now.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
This next one from the beach. And here we are with the third shot. That was wonderfully done. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup. This is what they have left for birdie here.
And that putt will drop. Well done. This hole is a par 3.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Oh, sensational putt, that one. A big play at the right time, and their rival is now shaking in their boots. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Let's head to the final hole of this round.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title. That dog will hunt.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Gets that one to go down, and that'll end the day's work. Through 54 holes, this wonderful golf continues. Our leader in the clubhouse.
Lots of good playing out there. One round to go. This could be a very nervy final round. Lots of players.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. Luke Elvey here with Rich Beam in the booth, and Rich, it's the final round in this one. What's our next player dealing with as they start their round?
Should be a lot of nerves. They got the lead. They've been sleeping on it overnight. That is never an easy thing to do. Almost an uncomfortable situation at times, but they are playing well, so they have that confidence going into the final round. But this is going to be a tough afternoon ahead. Can't wait to see what unfolds.
And now that finds him in first place. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. Going with the 5-wood.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, what a ripper from long range.
Nothing like it. Good stuff.
Oh, that was flushed. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
He's got a bit of trouble here. Bad lie just off the fairway. Ouch.
This one needs to kick left.
What a shot from that nasty lie. Should be proud of that.
That's frustrating. For the par. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Lovely effort, that. Still looking for their first win of the season.
Multiple top fives this year. I guarantee a win at some point in the year.
Getting ready to play their third. Playing their fourth shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? Well holed. Let's move on. Teeing off here at the 5th.
That swing reminded me of smooth jazz. Great rhythm.
Yeah, this lies pretty deep here.
Hitting it over here in the first place was just awful. I would blame his caddy.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. This putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Our current leader is enjoying an 8-stroke advantage. As we head now to the par 5 next.
This hole is so gettable. They're definitely looking to extend that lead by 1 or maybe even 2 strokes once the hole is finished.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass. Time now for the 4th shot. Looks to be going with the 4-iron. Time for the 5th shot. Oh, that's a great approach shot. This one's tracking.
Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader.
Let's see what happens here on the 7th.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
This one's for birdie. Leading by a whopping 7 shots after that one.
Next up is this 2-shot hole.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Getting ready to play their third. Sadly, this one will make a splash. This is their 5th shot.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
Well, a disappointing double bogey for our leader there, but that's provided some wonderful opportunities for the chase pack.
Hopefully the double on the last will be out of their mind as they try and compose themselves for this next tee shot. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Opting for the 6 iron.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
Surely it's going to.
Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Absolutely. You dream of being in this position. Ahead by a bunch with just a few holes to go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the view.
Not sure if they got that one flush. This might not find the fairway. Henny, how's that ball lying?
Yeah, this ball's sitting up perfect. He's going to have a great lie.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Lovely shot out of the bunker. That's in tight. He sits in first position. Teeing off now at the 11th hole. Playing this shot from 120 yards. This one's heading left, I think. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Ooh, that almost went down. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. Let's head to the 12th hole, shall we? Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough. Getting ready to play their 3rd.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. All the great players make a bunch of these. This is from 15 feet.
And that will drop in for a birdie.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more. Right up in the canopy of the trees.
Henny, what does that lie look like?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut.
Oh, this needs a little right turn, Clyde.
Yeah, that lie was nasty, but what a shot from there.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
Come on, don't be shy.
just didn't drop. Now 6 shots in front after that hole. It's time to tee off here at the 14th hole.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Ooh, right by the hole. In she goes. Let's head to the next. That's not the shot he's hoping for. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Hope it gets a good kick to the left.
Just a little off with the accuracy there. Unable to find the green.
You come out of the rough, your distance control gets off.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Well done.
Seemingly an insurmountable lead with just 4 to play. Gotta like his position.
Well, I hope you pack the bucket and spade because you're heading to the sand. Second shot here on the 16th. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. Get in. That's a great putt and an eagle as well. Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Here they are, full of confidence on the next tee, coming off the eagle.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Solid par putt, that. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead. Great shot. And they're playing from about 140 yards out. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing.
And this putt for the tournament.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been.
And there's your Arnold Palmer Invitational champion. A stout performance on a very strong golf course.
And that was a performance that the King would have loved to have seen there, Luke. What a great win by this player.
Well, Henny, they've done it. They've finally managed to beat their rival.
Indeed they have, Luke, and they will be glad to check that box in their list of goals this season.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.